Welcome to this week's episode of the Elder Scrolls Gaming Podcast. Now, in the past 2 weeks, we have seen two price increases of note in the gaming industry. One being a big one, that is the Gamepass subscription rework and price increase. The other was the Apex Legends new anti-consumer battle pass rework, as they're calling it online, and price hike. So we're going to talk about them. We're going to go through the changes of both and kind of talk about it after. So we'll start with the Gamepass. The Game Pass changes. This is all from windowscentral.com. The first note on it was the Xbox Game Pass for console will be only for new users.
Oh.
So new users currently on Xbox Game Pass for console will be allowed to maintain their subscription.
As long as they keep it active?
As well as day one games and the 100 of titles in the backlog catalog until it, I guess, runs out. So I guess this means if you already have an Xbox account, even if you only have a console, then you're shit out of luck. You have to get the next one up when yours expires. So you have to get like the more expensive one, because if you're not a new user, you can't have the console only subscription.
What if your subscription's going to like December 30th, let's say? Can I load up before that ends and keep my regular Game Pass prices right now?
Well, there's a note here that says beginning on September 12th, Microsoft will only allow users to stack Xbox Game Pass for console for up to 13 months using prepaid cards.
Get it in
which
now.
They will continue to function. If you have more than 13 months stacked already, you won't be impacted.
So you probably have until September 12th to stack 3 years.
Oh, yeah, that could be it, yeah.
So better get on it.
There's no way to do an annual on Game Pass right now, right? Like you can't do
which
an
is
annual.
odd, right? That's so crazy that we don't have that.
I think there's the 6 months. Well, you can buy the 6 months cards or the 12 year.
You can't buy a 12-month card?
I don't think I don't think they have that. They do?
You can.
12-year cards, yes, but I don't think you can.
12-month card.
I don't think you can buy reoccurring 1 year subscriptions.
No. You have to do it as a card. Like you have to redeem the code as a card.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
New users on Xbox Game Pass in the near future will be greeted by a new Xbox Game Pass standard, which is more like EA Access, which includes Xbox's back catalog and doesn't include day one games. So no day one games for the standard tier. This will be priced at $14.99 USD per month.
Wow, that's
and will
$20.
Also include Xbox Live Gold for multiplayer. Now is Game Pass Core. Confusingly.
Jesus Christ.
God, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't include Xbox Cloud Gaming either, Game Pass Standard. That's supposedly launching in September. So this standard is no day one games, no Game Pass Cloud Gaming, $15 a month.
Game Pass Cloud Gaming is alpha at its like max. Like, how are they even offering that as a feature when it runs so shitty and poorly? And every time I launch it, it's like, remember, it's beta. Like, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like offered as a service or like a.
It should just be thrown in with everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not going to upgrade.
It's like you were testing
to
this.
Yeah, I'm not going to upgrade to Ultimate because I need cloud gaming. If I'm playing. If I'm playing Game Pass Ultimate, I have a sick computer, probably, or all these consoles connected to each other that I'm just going to be playing all over my house, right? Anytime I try to use Xbox Cloud Gaming on any device, it's absolute garbage.
I've only ever used it playing Octopath Traveler, which isn't like a crazy, like intense game.
Yeah.
I played it on my TV from the Samsung Xbox app on my TV, and it was okay. It worked, but it was not crystal clear. Like it was still kind of lower bit rate.
Did you ever get that like crazy digital pixel and green bars?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I used to have that too.
I get that all the time still. Still, I get that.
Jeez, yeah, it's not any good. Cloud gaming is not there yet. I mean, I don't know how GeForce Now is.
It's not there to offer it as like a higher tiered service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good way of putting it, right?
Yeah,
You're telling
just
me
throw it in
for a standard, for like the standard, right? The standard, tier.
Tier.
It's $15, right?
Mm-hmm.
but you're not getting day one games. So you're already coming in at a disadvantage, right? Like you're just
If
coming
you're on
in,
console, yeah.
but you're paying more.
Who wants? This is for only people who want the Xbox
The
Live
library,
Gold
the library of games too,
or the
right?
gold. They just want to play online. You have to have
if
this
you-
minimum.
If
Oh,
you
they
have
don't-
an Xbox console, right? Wouldn't you want the day one games that come out? Right, that's the
Probably.
point of being an Xbox fanboy
I
is
mean,
to have
maybe
like
you just want to play. I don't know. What's a game you need online for? Then you need to have the gold subscription.
Call of Duty,
Halo.
No, because those are free to play. Like
Yeah.
Warzone.
Warzone's
I
free to
guess
play.
like
Well,
Call of Duty, like the
Multiplayer,
multiplayer.
yeah.
Yeah,
you would
yeah.
need to have that. So Call of Duty multiplayer, anything you have to pay
So-
for, basically.
Are they getting rid of core? So core's going to be no longer.
Yes, it's
Think
now
so,
known as Game Pass Core. So
Will be
no.
standard,
Game Pass Core is just the Xbox Live Gold,
so you can play online.
so you can play online. Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
that Game Pass
this
Core
is. Hang on. All right.
I hate this. I
This
hate it
is-
already. Yeah.
We're gonna get to that, I guess, right down here. We'll get to the core. Here's a good thing. So you just have an Xbox, right? You don't have a PlayStation. You don't have any handhelds. Nothing. Just have Xbox console. Just the standard version without day one games. I'd say is not like. Why would I want to get that?
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Why?
You would only want that if you're playing Call of Duty multiplayer, or
Right. And if you
or
only play Call of
whatever the
Duty
hell
games,
else.
but then if you go up to the ultimate, which is going to be an extra $5 a month, right? You get roughly how much is it going to be? It's like Canadian, it's going to be about $300 a year. Okay, that's equal to 3 full price games, new release games.
crazy.
So
3.5.
if you're just playing on Xbox, if I was just an Xbox gamer and I'm going to be buying more than 3 games a year, right? I'd say that's pretty good,
That's very good. Yeah.
right?
This is the thing, right? It's like, I was talking to Rob about
That's what
this.
they want you to think.
Yeah,
That's what
I
they
know.
want you to think.
That's how
this is- so what's the catch? Because to me, the way I envision it, no matter how much they increase the price, I mean, obviously there's a cap, but right now, the highest price point at the moment, it's what, $20 or $25? 25?
It's going to be 20.
It'll be
20
25
bucks,
Canadian,
$19.99.
probably. It'll be
25.
25 Canadian.
Even
27
if they
Canadian.
brought this up to like $35 at some point, you're still, and it's, and again, I'm not agreeing to this. It's still
Yeah.
outrageous in some aspects, but like you're still getting the best deal in gaming, which is still crazy, right?
Mhm.
Like, am I wrong? Like, it's just like simple
I
math
think-
in
I
a sense,
think
right?
it-
like you're just playing you have an abundance
If
of
you're
games. that you
buying
can play-
games-
If you're an
playing these
Xbox,
games.
yeah. If you're an Xbox gamer, yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're playing those day one games. You want those
Correct.
day one games. That's what you're paying for,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Let
the
me
Ultimate
ask-
is not being changed. So the Game Pass Ultimate will not change, but it will get the price increase. It will still include PC Game Pass, day one games, all the backlog titles, as well as cloud gaming. But the new price will be $20 USD a month.
So you have Game Pass PC, that's going to stay at $11-12 USD. And then you have standard, which is $15. But standard you can only use for the console, right?
Mhm.
As a PC player, I'm going to be able to get access to those day one games on my $12
Yeah, baby.
PC.
That's what I
yeah.
mean.
So
That's sweet.
they literally are punishing
Yes.
the console players, even though they're paying more money to
Yeah,
like,
it's so strange.
like, it's so weird to me that like,
Yeah. So
I
so it's what, going to $12 PC Game Pass, $12 a month, and will continue to get day one games. Weird.
But standard,
That's so
you're
weird.
coming in at $14.99, and you don't
And you're
get those
not
day one
getting-
games.
yeah.
Yeah, wow.
On
I think it's
console,
because you know why? It's because PC players, we spend more money on our hardware. We spend more money on upgrading our PCs. Come on, give us a little break here. Give us a little break.
A little break.
Game Pass Core, Xbox Live Gold multiplayer
Yeah, okay.
gets an annual price increase to $75 from $59, but will remain the same monthly cost of $9.99.
Yeah. Okay.
These increases prices are global. For users with reoccurring billing, the new prices will take effect on September 12th, giving you time to cancel if you don't fancy it, as it says here.
Yeah.
If you don't fancy it.
If you're,
Yeah.
But like we all knew this was coming, right? I don't know anybody who just thought it was going to stay at $10 a month forever, right?
Right.
If you did think that, you're a fucking idiot. Like Microsoft just
they always
gobbled
do.
up a bunch of studios to make first party games. How many billions did they spend on these studios? Where's that?
Right.
Where's the money going to come back to pay for that? Right?
Right.
It's to bolster their value and
Sure,
and-
yeah. Well, if the service is getting better, I mean, it's reasonable because we're getting all these Blizzard games now. You're getting Diablo. We're gonna get Diablo DLC. Are we gonna get the X back on day one?
I would hope so, or
You know what
at
I
least
mean?
on
Yeah.
discount if you had Game Pass, because
Because
like
that would be probably worth it. Like,
I don't know if they would because Blizzard's still kind of weird with everything as far as like charging everything separately and not being part of.
because that's what happened,
Game
right?
Pass,
I
like-
bought Diablo, even if it was on Game Pass, I'd probably have still purchased it anyway through the Blizzard store just because all my games are there. You know, I don't know. It's very strange. Like right now, if I open my Xbox Game Pass app, do you know how many games I have installed from Game Pass? Take a fucking wild guess.
Like 3.
0. I have 0 fucking games installed on Game Pass right now.
Let me see, I'm gonna pull up my app too.
I
and
have
see.
Diablo 4, but that was installed before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I played Senua's Saga.
yeah.
But it's
Same.
like a 6-hour game though. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like nothing.
Or
Is
Like,
is it worth?
Right. So to continue my thought here, now at 20 USD, which is 27 Canadian, I just don't think it's worth for me to have the ultimate where it's Xbox and PC, right? It's a no-go. It's a no-go for me. I don't play their bazillion indie games. You know, I haven't been impressed with their first-party releases in quite some time. I like Forza was a fail for me. What else came before? I can't even remember. Like Starfield, okay, but I had purchased that on Steam so I could mod it, right?
Okay.
Like this is the thing. Will I consider going down to PC only Game Pass for their day ones?
It's only $12. Actually, it's 12.
It's 12 bucks.
American.
What I think I'll do is I'll wait for one of the first party games that drop. I'll pay the $12 for the month or whatever it is, right? And I'm going to try
Dip
that
out.
game out. And if I'm hooked, maybe I'll subscribe. But
You
I
should
probably won't.
play
have.
Senua's Saga. Like, pay it's worth a month of payment of Game Pass
Well,
PC.
Game Pass PC, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like,
PC players
easily.
are definitely getting the old lubricant here for sure. You know?
well, it's just
console
staying the
players
same.
are
They're
not.
not getting.
Yeah.
Well,
Console
We're getting
players
a little
are
bit
not.
of lube. Console players not.
Do you know why they're doing this? Well, obviously because they want more money, right?
Yeah,
But
you're in
they're
marketing.
losing.
You tell us.
yeah, they're pushing users. They don't want actually people to subscribe to standard. They want them to subscribe to ultimate.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're taking away features from the lower tiers
Well, yeah.
to be like, see, look, the other bigger tier is a better value because you're getting more of this, even though this was a standard
That
feature.
you'll never touch, right? Like,
Right.
like I don't play on my Xbox. I don't play any games on my Xbox. Why do I have Ultimate? I don't even know.
I don't even
know
have an
why.
Xbox.
Well, now that's going to be day one only. You have no choice really. If you're a console player, like you probably will subscribe to, and
You
it's
have to be.
$5 more a month, right? You're like, well, if I'm paying $15 now, like I might as well
Exactly.
just pay the extra $5,
Yeah.
right? So it makes no sense to get standard. It actually makes it 0 cents to get standard.
Exactly.
I highly doubt anyone is going to buy the standard.
No. They want everyone ultimate, and that's what they're doing.
Because the day one thing is just that. That's the whole shtick of Game Pass, right? That's the bread and butter is the game one. Oh, we're getting a brand new game for free. You know, like,
Right. So, yeah.
Quote,
So the
unquote.
best value is obviously the PC Game Pass, I think. If you have
But
a PC, obviously.
My thing is, isn't their whole strategy, like I know their strategy has changed a few times now, right? Isn't their strategy to get people, like new subscribers into Game Pass? Like, don't they want, like, I get what they're
That's
trying
why
to do
they're
right
offering
now.
that. It's only for new users. The
But that's
Xbox
cutting
Game
off
Pass for
anybody coming in.
console.
Like, if I'm a new person, not into the Game Pass ecosystem, and I see that, oh, standard is $15,
and I don't get
Well,
game one. I don't get
and I
day
don't,
ones.
why would I even want to go into the next tier? Like,
No, but
I
if
don't-
you're a
I
new
just won't ever
user,
do
you
it.
get the Xbox Game Pass for console, which is better than standard, right? It's a
I
different
thought standard
thing.
was the console version.
No.
Standard is a console version without the
God
day
damn
one,
it.
right?
Isn't the console version only for new users and it has day one?
No.
No, it's standard or ultimate.
Yeah. And then it was before it was console and ultimate.
This is the
But
problem right
basically,
here, guys.
Standard is a stripped down version of console. Is essentially
we
what
are
it is now.
in the know when it comes to video games, and we don't even understand this. So that's a problem right there. So how can you expect anybody that's outside of our bubble to understand this?
Man,
Well, there.
So-
I don't know. I don't know
this is
what
what
to
you
say,
can
honestly.
do. The best thing any gamer could do right now, okay, is join us PC gamer overlords.
Yeah,
Okay.
go spend a couple G's on a
Leave your
computer.
shit boxes behind. Get PC Game Pass. Okay. Set up PC Game Stream to your Xbox so your Xbox is just a dummy thin client that you can remote play your PC games with and sit on the couch with an Xbox controller. This is what I've been doing for like 2 years now. I play my PC games. If I want to sit on the couch, I don't even play the Xbox, even though it's there locally and it's an Xbox locally to the TV. I would rather stream my gaming PC to my TV using my Xbox because of the games. There's just the fidelity is just that much better. Then I have the Series S, but like,
Even over the streaming?
oh yeah, man. I played Dragon's Dogma 2 pretty much exclusively remote to my through Xbox and Moonlight.
That's a hacked version, though. That's a GitHub version. That's not like even official software, though.
Yeah, but you can get it in the Microsoft Store.
Yeah.
But like they don't block it or anything. You don't have to sideload it.
It takes some fiddling, though, on your PC.
Oh yeah, the Sunshine. Yeah. Not the
'cause you have to-
Moonlight app.
It's a
on the
client
Xbox.
server app, so you have to install the server on your computer, and it's a bit wonky. But
But you can play any game on your PC, like Steam, Epic Games, Game Pass, GOG, whatever. Like you can play all that stuff streamed down to your Xbox. Okay, you can enjoy day one releases with your new PC Game Pass. Okay, you can enjoy free multiplayer for online games on any other platform like Steam, Epic Games, GOG, all free when you play multiplayer games. Okay, like PC is just. I'm sorry, but it's just that much better. And I know it's so expensive,
Yeah.
but start saving your pennies, everybody.
There you go.
Remember how?
But here's the thing.
Remember how I
how
saved
are
my
they
pennies?
supposed to save their pennies if all the subscription fees are going
Yeah,
up?
there we go.
There you
And
go.
they're spending $40 on haircuts. How are people gonna
true.
save their money?
That's true.
The PC is also a better value just overall, right? Just getting a PC because your Xbox can do one thing, game. That's it, right? Your
Yep.
PC can
Well,
do
it can be a
video editing,
Blu-ray.
your
It's an
PC can-
Ultra HD
Oh, I'm
Blu-ray player.
Yeah, don't
That is
disrespect it.
also
Don't
true.
disrespect it, Rob.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
That is also true.
It's a streaming
Yep.
box. You get Netflix, you can get Prime,
But I
etc.
can do it with my PC. I can do it with my PC.
You can do that with your. So I was in the.
It's a
I was
decent
thinking
media
that the other
box.
day. Yes, and I was like, using my TV's apps, and they're absolute shit, right? Like
Yeah.
the TV
Yeah,
apps.
they're
Oh,
slow
they're
and
terrible.
horrible.
So I actually moved all my streaming apps to my Series S, and it's like way better. So now my Series S just we just watch our streaming apps on it now.
Yeah.
I don't
That
even,
makes
I don't
sense.
game on
Snapping
it.
quick.
I just watch
Yeah.
it. It's like a fucking streaming box, and I have like a library of like maybe 100 games that I don't touch or don't play. It hurts.
It's just a frustrating thing to see Xbox go through because they had such a great like showcase, right? And we know those awesome games are coming. So
Indiana
it's like,
Jones.
oh my god,
Oh,
Indiana
yes,
Jones,
Indiana
Doom.
Jones.
Like you have stellar games coming out soon, but
Yes, true.
they're just fumbling in so many ways and the marketing and the communication side of things. It's like, what is your strategy? Like now it's like you can't say, play day one on Game Pass. You got to add a little bit more context to that
Caveat.
now, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not
Game
that's
Pass
not
Ultimate.
true anymore, right?
and
So
PC Game Pass.
Yeah, it's just weird and
over the
Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
they're just going back and forth and just they're not really sticking with what they initially said, right? And I get it, their strategy is changing. They're probably not seeing any equity as far as Game Pass goes, so that's where they're raising their prices up and stuff. But it's just
They're
man,
losing money. They've been losing.
they're losing money, and it
on
makes
that.
sense. You're throwing in your AAA titles in a
Yeah.
monthly subscription. Like you're not gonna get anything out of that. Like that's not feasible, and that's why they're spiking up their prices. But
Yeah.
at what point is Game Pass just not going to be affordable for us, right? Is it going to be at the 35 mark, 40 mark, like?
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll touch on that a little bit later with a couple points we have later.
I want to talk about one last thing about Game Pass in regard to streaming on different devices. So they just announced that you're able to play Game Pass on your Fire Stick, right?
Oh, yes. I did see that. Yeah.
Pretty dope, right? So I go
it's
downstairs.
Cloud gaming, though.
I know, but it's better than nothing, right? I'm like, I have a Game Pass Ultimate subscription. I have a TV downstairs. I'm
Try
like,
it out.
oh, I can go and stream some games through here, right? Let's do that.
It's
I go
good
to
for
plug
those
it in.
old style retro games, I think. Like, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Like
or Jess,
RPGs.
my fiance wants to play a game downstairs, right? I could just boot up the X Cloud and she could play whatever she wants on there, right? Pick the whole catalog. It doesn't matter. But so I go to boot it up, I set everything up, I go to the Xbox app on Fire Stick on the whatever, and it says unavailable. And I'm like, why? It's there. Why is it unavailable? You have to purchase a 2023 model Fire Stick in order for it to work. I have a 2022 model, I think, or 2021 model.
Oh, so they're
4K.
just making Amazon some money too now, eh?
Yep. And I was
Okay.
like, Prime Day is
wonder, is
like
it because it's
literally
not
next
powerful?
week.
Wow,
Is it not powerful
they're
enough?
lining it up perfectly. Hey,
Yep.
they're just lining
that's
up.
true.
perfectly.
Yeah, no, that is definitely it.
That pissed me off. I'm like,
So
I'm
you
paying
don't
for the
think
subscription.
it's a processing power issue at all? It's just a purely to get you to get
Like
the
marketing.
new,
yeah.
to get the new
What?
Fire Stick.
How come I can download any other app except that app? And that app does not take processing power
Gaming.
because it's
Yeah, that's true.
it's using a different server. It's using the whatever
Yeah.
their server. It's not using whatever's on my It's I when I saw that I was like, freaking kidding me, guys.
That's-
Come on.
The Fire
Prime Day
Stick
next
sales
week,
are going to go up.
July 16th, July
Yep. Ding,
17th.
ding, ding.
Oh my god.
Love
But
it.
like one last thing, like the future, I think, is free to play games. To be honest, it bypasses the online multiplayer payment bullshit. You know, like Apex, Fortnite. You can play those games without having any kind of core subscription or anything on your Xbox or even PlayStation. They just work.
Yep.
Right, because you don't have to pay any monthly fees. It's just that core mechanic or feature of those games you need to play online. Right? And I'm sure those companies probably fed some money saying, oh, just let us bypass this thing so we can get more players, right? Like, I think you're going to see, and there's a lot more free-to-play games coming that are getting that treatment. So if you're a free-to-play gamer and you're just playing free-to-play games, like, I think your future is set. You might not even need to like even touch Game Pass. You'll just have to pay some shits. But like
Pay
now,
some shits.
Some shits.
let's
Pay
talk
some
about this
gotchas.
Apex Battle Pass because that's how they're going to get you free-to-play gamers.
Oh my god. Did you guys look at this fucking thing?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
This is crazy. So let's go into it here. The
Let me
Apex is
zoom in
basically
here.
essentially doubling the price of the Battle Pass, basically is what it is. So
That's good.
currently,
Wow.
the Battle Pass is every season, one Battle Pass per season. It's 110 levels. It costs in-game currency. You can buy it with in-game currency. It costs 950 coins. Okay.
Okay.
And throughout the Battle Pass, you get back 1,300 coins.
Okay,
so you get
Okay.
back more than enough to buy the next Battle Pass.
No
for
one
free.
does that.
Okay.
No one does that anymore.
Yeah, true. Nobody really does that. COD stopped doing it, I think, and Blizzard stopped doing it for my Battlegrounds, my Hearthstone Battlegrounds.
Fortnite did it too, right? Back
Yeah.
in the day.
Oh,
Like, yeah.
Diablo, right now, you can get just under the amount
Wow.
to pay for the next Battle Pass. So, like, the Battle Pass is 1,000 coins. If you buy the Battle Pass, you get 960 coins if you finish the Battle Pass. Like, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Like,
This is
fuck
straight out of
you.
Blizzard. This is actually straight out of Blizzard's book. So, right now, the season usually lasts like 3 months or something, like 90 days, usually. 110 tiers, like I said. And throughout that, you get various rewards, like few packs and some crafting, which is like really who cares what the rewards are. But it costs, if you want to pay for the 950 coins, it costs like $9.99 US. or 12.99 Canadian. But now what they're doing is they are cutting it in half. So now the Battle Pass only lasts half a season, and they're charging you the same amount.
Okay. So now instead of 3 months, it lasts what?
It'll last like, I don't know, a month and a half.
So 90 days, it's 60 days or something.
Half of the season.
Okay.
And they changed it to 120 levels, so you get more rewards. So there's 120 tiers.
But you got to be playing more.
But you have to buy 2 battle passes.
Yeah.
So you have to, you might get a little bit more, but like, is it really worth it? Like, why doubling the price? You're not getting double of your money's worth.
Right. You're not getting double the content.
Yeah. So the new one, like every half season now, 60 levels, it costs $10, the same price the old one did, which was twice as long. And now you can no longer buy the battle pass with those coins that you get in the game. So they took a page out of Blizzard's book, and now you can't do that. So the same thing happened to me in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I was paying for my season pass with in-game gold. It cost 2,000 gold every couple months, which I could easily get in game. So I was getting it for free. They stopped that, and you have to now buy same thing coins to buy the tavern pass.
Buy their currency to buy the battle
and you
pass.
Don't even get it back. You don't get that currency back through the tavern pass, so you have to buy it again with real money, with IRL money the next time. So it's the same fucking thing. It's a scumbag move. This is purely.
I think Destiny does it too, where you can't buy.
Oh, really?
You can't buy the next battle pass with the battle pass coins. I'm pretty sure Destiny also does it like this.
Wow.
It's such a shitty practice, man. Like,
yeah, this is just purely anti-consumer.
Yeah, like don't you want your players to like play to achieve something that
they don't care? This is
will get you into the next battle pass to buy more.
They don't care. They don't care about the gamers. They don't care about you. They care about the bottom line, as they say. It's the bottom line and their shareholders and the share price, and that's it. This is a pure business decision. Like, this is in no way beneficial for the game.
Yeah.
Because, like, terrible. I don't even care about the rewards in the fucking Game Pass. I was only buying the Battle Pass because I could with the coins that I had. That's the only reason. And if I didn't have the coins, I don't fucking care. Like, the rewards aren't that good. Like, what are you getting? Some shitty cosmetics that you just recolor? That's another thing they do in Apex a lot. They just take old skins and just change the color and re-release it and charge you fucking $30 for it. It's so stupid. But
it's like a Fortnite move. I mean, Fortnite has way more crazier skins.
Oh yeah, way more skins. Yeah, But at least Fortnite, there's a license. There's got to be license fees that they're using. So like they're paying for something.
Right.
Why would you ever do the Premium Plus one? Why?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the Premium. It's $10. You get to skip 60 levels, right?
Oh, there's a new so that's another thing. So there's a new tier. This new Premium Plus is totally different. So this is double the price for every half season. So $20 for a half season.
How long is a season?
90 days, I think.
A season, usually 3 months. Or 2 months? 2 or 3 months.
I think it's 90 days.
Why are they doing it by every half season? Why is it every half? Why isn't it just every season?
So why don't they just rename a season to, or why don't they just cut a season half and call it a season?
Yeah, their seasons are shortening. They're basically shortening their seasons and
charging you more.
And charging you the same. But this Premium Plus new, all you get is extra packs.
Shards.
You get extra shards or something. Yeah, that's all you get is these exotic shards, which is some stupid bullshit new currency that they fucking made up for some different like skins and shit. That's all it is. Wow. Oh, it says here though, you get all legends playable during your battle pass duration. So if you don't have your legends unlocked, you do get them all, which is actually, I mean, I don't know if it's worth that, but you do get that, which is crazy, which is good for new players, I guess. Because if you're playing brand new,
You
have-
ain't getting those anytime
You have
soon.
six
Yeah,
legends
yeah.
out of 20 or something like that, right? So I guess that's pretty good, but I mean, I don't know if it's worth
I can see
$20 a
something.
month.
For
That's
$20 a
crazy.
month, I don't think
I
it's
can
worth
see
it.
what they're
That's
cooking
fucking
here. I
crazy.
can see what they're cooking here. Let's read this guy's Reddit post.
Yeah,
this
so
is
we had a
interesting.
Reddit post on the Apex Legends subreddit that I follow. It's basically on the front of my page every time I open the app.
Because I believe
And this popped up.
what we're gonna read here will also apply to
Absolutely.
Microsoft's strategy as well.
Okay.
So the title, this is by Buns22. For people wondering why EA is raising the battle pass price. As a background, I worked as an equity analyst covering media and gaming stocks for years. He didn't want to get into specifics, but at a high level, when companies begin to raise their price, it's because the user base is slowing. So the example he used is Netflix, who recently raised their annual prices again, this month, I think, because their user growth has been steadily going down. You need to keep the investors happy. They value the stocks based on the future cash that the company can generate. If your growth slows, your stock prices go down, and then people don't make money, right? So the one way to unlock more revenue is to monetize your user base more, which is to charge them more than what
Right.
you're charging now.
Yeah.
So that does make sense. So that's basically the main part of what we wanted to tell here. But some other subscriptions that are going up this summer include we had Amazon Prime recently with the $3 extra ad free
the ad
business.
bullshit.
Yep.
Fuck.
Costco just upgraded their base membership. Netflix, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Spotify. For the second time
Oh yeah,
this year.
Spotify. What are they thinking?
for a second time this year in the last calendar year up their prices, and Twitch all increasing their prices this summer. So are
It's
users
all going up.
are users going down overall just because they want to, I think, stop paying these fees, like these subscription fees? The user base is getting lower, but then they just jack the prices up.
To fuck all the people who actually
They're
stayed.
all these subscription services are cannibalizing each other. Is basically what's happening because they're charging the customers too much, and now the customer's like, well, I used to be able to have both of these subscriptions, but now I can only afford one
Exactly.
of them.
Yep.
So I have to pick and choose, and then this one's gonna go, whatever the one I don't use. So now the one's like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
And then like,
Now,
okay, well, since everyone's leaving, we're gonna raise all the prices for all you loyal customers that stayed.
Yeah, exactly.
right?
For the loyal customers, this is what you get for your loyalty. You get gouged.
Yeah.
Now,
But at the end of the day, for the investors, it doesn't matter, right? Because
no, they don't
made their
care
money
at all. They don't
Yeah,
fucking
it doesn't
care.
matter.
And you know what the brutal part about Apex is? The devs take a lot of heat. The devs have nothing to
Oh, yeah.
fucking do with this either. This is EA
Right.
telling the developers what they have to do. Do you think they're happy about the state of the game? Like the cheaters,
Absolutely not.
the cheaters, all this cosmetic bullshit that EA just wants them to do. Like, it's not the developers. I feel bad for them, but like, this is how the gaming industry has changed, I would say, from it even as little as like 5 years ago, 10
Right.
years ago.
It's been quick, actually.
Where the
It's been very
games
quick.
mattered, when the
Yeah.
gamers' experience mattered, where they cared, and it wasn't just about money, 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 money. But now they've gotten so big, these companies, that it's just business, and it's all about business because of the size of these. Like, Microsoft is so fucking huge. Like, Netflix is huge now. Like, EA is making like $3 billion a year on Apex or something like that.
Wow.
$1 billion? Like, do they need to make that much money?
Do they need to make
could
anything
lower,
else
They
at this
could lower
point?
the prices. They lower the prices and still make profit, but no,
That's
it's less
capitalism,
profit.
baby.
It's less
If-
profit
if-
than last year, you know? They can't
Right.
have that.
Nope.
It's
But
crazy.
if you lower the subscription to like $5 or something cheap, you're gonna get more users because they'll be like, well, that's just $5. Like, of course, I'm gonna.
True.
As soon as I start remembering about a subscription, that's when it gets
You're
canceled.
cut.
If it's like, if it's like $3 every month $5 every month. I'm not batting an eye at that. Like that's gonna stay on the radar on my bank statement, right? I'm gonna be like, whatever, like you're good, right? Like I'm not worried about you. But then when you start creeping to like $10 territory, then I'm like, okay, I gotta cancel you.
Cancel your ass.
Yeah. So, but why would I don't understand why more of these developer or these companies don't do more of the $5 subscription, because people just forget about $5. They literally forget about it and they'll just keep it super forever.
Or throw in a fucking deal now and then. Like a discount, like, you know what I mean?
Man, it'd be nice to get like some kind of
like a fly on the wall. I feel like I would love to be.
They're like, let's just fuck them.
It's just like everything has become so huge. These companies become so big. But this goes back to, Cal, what you were saying earlier when I stopped you. But what happens? Where does it go? Where are we going here? What happens when people just stop paying and their user base goes down so low? Do they eventually just,
they'll just do deals?
Do they bring the prices down, or do they just go out of business? Like, surely they'd rather lower their prices than go out of business, right? Like, when does this
No, they would
end?
do layoffs first before they do that. They would do
100%.
layoffs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like
when have you seen a
problem.
company lower their prices? Like, I don't think I've ever seen a company like, hey, by the way, we're reducing our prices to $10. Like, I've never seen that happen. So yeah, Rob, you're correct.
Yeah, they'll lay off,
McDonald's recently,
and then they'll do like a massive discount on shit, so that you'll sign up for X amount of months, then forget about subscriptions, and then it'll pop back up, and then you're like, $30. What the hell?
So we won't see a great reset, is what you're saying.
No, Rob, what were you gonna say? McDonald's
started doing the $5 meal. I don't know if you guys saw that. Where
subscription.
It's not a subscription. It's literally like it's an actual deal. You get like
$5 a
4
day.
pieces. Yeah, but I'm like, oh, like it actually made me go and get McDonald's, because I'm like, that's actually really cheap. I got a medium drink, a burger, French fry, and chicken nuggets, all for $5. And one of those things would just cost $5 on its own.
That's because they're just trying to get you addicted, because McDonald's is crack
They're trying to get you in the door. They're trying to get you in the door too. Maybe
Because
got me
once
door.
that shit touches your lips, McDonald's, I gotta go back like 3 or 4 times that week, my friend.
Yeah, it's they put narcotics in it.
It's so good, and it smells so good,
It's
and I just
so
want to eat
delicious.
McDonald's right now.
All right, well, we don't think there's going to be a big reset. We're just going to think that they're going to lay people off.
Yep.
And just cut corners elsewhere. But then the product will suffer.
But
Then
like,
you're
you can
suffering the product.
you can still play the fucking game. You know what I mean? Like, you can still play the game. Just
I'm
don't
not going to buy
don't
anything.
pay
for that
anything.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Just
the thing
be that
is,
leech.
the people who are paying these, like the crazy events,
they're
like the events
like
that
rich
Apex have
little-
every season,
Yeah.
if you want the heirloom, it costs you $260. If you have to buy everything. And then when you have all of the items, you unlock the heirloom shard. So you get the heirloom.
Imagine spending $260 every 3 months on one game.
Yeah.
I can't
But there
even.
are people
Can't
who
be
do
even.
that. And the 1%,
those are
like
the
the
whales,
1%
yeah.
of the people, the whales, they're not going to change their spending habits. So raising the prices might actually just make them way more money, because the 1%
Yeah.
is still
Most of the people
gonna pay
buying
it.
that shit. Yeah.
They're going to pay the new subscription fee. They're going to buy all the fucking heirlooms for $260 plus $300. The Final Fantasy one, I think, was fucking $300 or something
Wow.
like that.
It's insane.
What?
God damn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like, think about it though. Like, the average Joe Blow who like buys a skin for $20 every, I don't know, 6 months, let's say, right? No. These whales come in. They're just eating this new subscription fee for an extra X amount per now 2 months or whatever.
Yeah, they'll
it is,
get the
right?
plus one, the double.
So now
$20 a month.
average Joe Blow says, I ain't spending $50 on a skin every 6 months now. Fuck that. I'm just going to go to free tier and try to enjoy this game. So if they've lost all of the average Joe Blows, not all, but probably going to be a lot of average Joe Blows that aren't going to spend that much money now. And now the whales are going to pick up that loss of revenue. Is it going to make that much of a difference? Like, over their bottom line, that the whales pick up what's been dropped off by average Joe Blow?
It might because it's the Joe Blows that are quitting and not playing the game. That are just quitting the game.
And
Whereas
they're like,
whales
oh,
are
we
the
don't
ones
want you
who
guys, because to get you to buy skins like pulling teeth, while the whales come in here, they just put their credit card on file, and we just ring them for $300 every 2 months.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it won't even make that much of a difference. So they're just screwing themselves over and screwing the,
I hope
the
it does.
regular.
I hope it
They're-
fucks them real good, but
They're screwing the regular guy over.
Well,
oh my god.
It's such poor planning because gaming is in such a competitive space now, where like there's literally hundreds of tens of thousands of games to play, right? So like you lose them, but the person's like, I'm just gonna go play this game now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can, right? Like
Yeah.
you just lost that customer because of what? Because you were greedy now, and now they just completely are not gonna come back. So
Yeah. So I don't know. That's
and
it's
it's
a good,
fast, like-
good point.
like look at Helldivers. Like their player base now is nothing. Yeah, like nothing now. And that was a sticker priced free to play game, right? Like you paid $50. It was good for a couple of months, and then player counts down, and then all they have to do is just keep the diehards happy with new content and try to bring people back in. But like it went like this, and boom,
I just
everything's
think
doing that.
those
Every
PvE
game
like
does
co-op games just don't have the legs that like a PvP
like it's
fully
because the
PvP
competition. Yeah.
competitive
The
game.
competitive thing is a big
Yeah.
issue. That's why
Yeah.
Rob and I never really got into it, because there's just no like competitive aspect to it.
Yeah, it's just
So it's
too
like I'm
easy.
just
It's like-
fighting bots. Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm just
I want to make
fighting
another human
bots.
feel bad. Is what I'm trying to
Exactly.
do. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
think
a
of it.
feeling that I know. That's a feeling that I know.
They won't ever do this, but like think of if they actually incorporated a PvP, like that would be. I would go in there. I'm like, I'll check this out. Like this is
That'd be
pretty cool.
crazy.
You could do like you could do like a bug killing race, whatever.
Isn't there something like that in Destiny? Isn't there a Destiny
Yeah,
where you
they-
fight a boss or you fight mobs and then the other team can fucking come into your like
Oh yeah,
realm?
that's the Crucible
That
or
was
whatever.
super fun.
Crucible.
Or
Super
whatever the
fun.
fuck. Yeah, that's their PvP modes. There's no
It's
PvP
one of the-
mode in
it's one of the
Helldivers
ge-
at all.
Yeah, one of the modes of PvP. It's sick. Like there's a bunch of like high level
Yeah.
elite bosses that you got to fight, and then the other team can fucking come in to your zone and grief
Yeah.
you basically.
Yeah. I think
It's
a lot of
actually
a lot
really
of
cool.
new free to play games are doing that kind of like that's a Exoprimal.
Exoprimal did that too, yeah. But it wasn't as
game mode.
PvP. It was only at the very like end of the
Yeah,
the
or
thing
in like
you
the middle of the map or whatever it was.
yeah.
And what happened to Exoprimal? She done. No more support.
That's
No
it.
more See, that's man, it's crazy. That was just another sticker price game. A sticker price, full fucking price. You wanted to pay that on Steam when it came out for
my
a free to play
God.
game. Like that was a free to play game as much as a free to play game is, and they
Yeah.
wanted people to pay $70 for that fucking thing.
crazy.
Wow,
Absolutely
insane,
insane.
insane.
There's no way.
Good thing we played that on Game Pass, and I was like, it's good, but it's not like I'm gonna get hooked on this good.
Right,
You know,
It was very strange.
it's so saturated. The market is so saturated. And then this new game came out, First Descendant. Did you guys
I
tap
heard
on
about
that?
that.
I heard about it. I haven't played it, but I heard about
It's
it.
just like it's like a third person Destiny division. But like as I'm playing it, I played like 2 or 3 hours of like, why don't I just play Destiny?
Yeah.
Destiny's like
The same-
100
yeah, that's
times
why
better
this
than this
game's-
game. Like there's no point in playing this game.
It's
There's
rough
absolutely
when
no
you have those pillars of
Yeah,
the
man.
genres, like battle royales. There's 3. That's it. There's 3 of them. If there are others, but nobody's playing them.
Nobody's
Like,
playing.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're playing Fortnite. They're playing Warzone. They're playing Apex.
Apex. Yep.
The looter shooters.
Looter shooters.
Destiny 2.
I think it's Destiny and
What else
other?
is there?
Yeah, man. Like
That's
Division-
It
It was
really.
Borderlands.
I was gonna say the
Was-
Division.
Division
but
was
that's-
big, but
Yeah.
it's no longer supported or anything, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just Destiny.
Destiny is that's it. So
Wow.
like when you have those
Let's see.
pillars and those cornerstones and those genres, like it's almost impossible to knock people off of them. Like who else is going to play your game other than fans of that who are already going to be playing that other thing?
Right.
Like they're already playing
Warframe.
Yeah.
Warframe.
Warframe is
So
Warframe
Destiny
is a
2.
big one.
Warframe is
Yeah.
actually sick.
Actually, Warframe is free though. That's the thing. Destiny
Yeah,
is
exactly.
Destiny is not free.
Destiny
Yeah.
is not free. But that's true. If you have a free to play
Well, the base
model,
game's free.
yeah, but you
It
don't
is
get
free
much
now,
out of
yeah.
it at all.
Yeah.
Like you can't
I
get much
believe.
out of the free.
There's
the
nothing
free
else
Destiny.
here. So it's Destiny, Warframe, The Division, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. That's dead.
dead.
But you can get it
you
for
can
free
get
right
Amazon
now
Prime
on
for free.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like anything else, there's not anything here.
Yeah.
That's crazy, eh? Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So, yeah.
Because then what's coming for looter shooter is the next Bungie game, right? Oh no, that's going to be an extraction
Concord?
shooter.
Concord, yeah.
Concord.
No, not Concord. That one's but Bungie's making a new one. What's it called? Fuck.
Marathon?
Marathon. Yeah.
Now it's not going to be a looter. That's going to be another extraction.
No, that's
shooter.
another. Yeah, it's another like game as a service.
Destiny
Tarkov.
2. It's hard to knock Destiny 2 off.
There's
that
another
pedestal, man.
genre. There's another genre that people only play. Tarkov. What other like extraction shooters are you playing? None. There are others.
Gray
but-
Zone.
Gray Zone. Yeah. No. But yeah, that's so. Another thing is these guys. We're talking about these pillars of these genres. They can increase their price. You know what I mean? Because their dedicated fan base is going to keep playing no matter what, and they may lose people, but they're going to gain the back on the whales and the people who stay because they're not going to play another game because they want to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way she goes.
Crazy. I would love to see how this turns out in like 5-10 years. Like where we're going to be at in like 5-10 years when it comes to Microsoft, when it comes to the looter shooters, when it comes to battle royales. Like that's,
Do we have
I feel like-
predictions? Should we do predictions?
I don't know. man.
Come back 10 years. 10 years.
Come back in 10 years.
Come back in 10 years and see what happens, right?
What do you think is going to happen?
It's just fascinating to see. I don't know. Like, can you imagine Xbox still doing this whole Game Pass thing in like 5
They
years
have
from
to
now?
now.
Like they have to,
now.
but like it doesn't seem like it's working for them. So it's like, is it gonna hold up in 5 years?
Here's what I think is going to happen. We're going to see a lot of knockoff games that are going to be free to play, knocking off these cornerstone games, but to get people in, it's going to be free to play in a very cheap kind of battle pass or cosmetic stuff that isn't as extreme as these other ones. Then that way they gain users. If they strike lightning and it's a really fucking good game too,
but
then they could take
tough,
off.
man.
Yeah,
That's so tough.
but you might see a lot. Maybe we'll see a lot of these knockoff free to play games.
That's what I'm saying. Like in the future, I think the future is free to play games where like
Pal World kind of thing.
Yeah, where the monetization hasn't gotten to the extremes yet. But like Apex is still a free to play game. They're still free to play games. Not Destiny, but
It is kind of pay to win though if you're starting now because you don't have all the legends. You don't have them all unlocked. You get like
That's
6
true.
of them.
You need.
but boys,
Well-
it's not going to get any better.
Expect another price hike in like a year or two from Microsoft. So we'll see.
Like I'm canceling my PlayStation Plus. That's going at the end of
I'm going to tell
September.
Pam to
I think.
cancel. Like she pays for all this
Xbox
shit.
is
I'm like,
getting canceled.
yeah, why are you paying for this?
Like that's going to free up $50 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
that's
you
a
could
lot of
come
money
out
now.
you could come out to hockey.
More hockey.
couple more times.
You could buy a whole game that you'll own for $50 a month. That's
True.
own. Listen, what I think we're gonna see, I know what you said with the free, we're gonna see the rise of the free games come back up, like we did back, when Fortnite first came out and Apex and stuff like that. But you're gonna start seeing people hitting the high seas and their eye patches and their hooks for arms.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna start seeing that with games a lot more, I think.
Pirate games or like
People
are going to start
pirating
playing
games.
Oh,
People are going to start pirating games a lot more. You're going to see a rise in that.
yeah, but
think,
online
more
you
than
can't
ever.
do that with online like competitive games.
No, but I'm saying just in general, I think you're just going to
Yeah,
see
you could.
people.
I thought you were going to start playing Sea of Thieves or something.
See,
like
I
that.
thought you were
No,
like
I know
alluding
Dan's
to a
not here,
CD.
but
I knew
Daniel
exactly what he was
wishes.
talking about. I know
Daniel
exactly.
wishes.
But
He just
it
comes
takes
out of
time.
nowhere. He comes out of Rob's closet there. He's like,
He's like, hey, you want to play Sea of Thieves? I'm a pirate legend, I'm a pirate legend. God.
But like it takes time to crack those games.
Yeah.
And especially if they use that de novo anti-cheat or whatever, like it's hard to crack that motherfucker.
Is it? Okay.
So like some hackers that are known will take like 3 or 4 months maybe sometimes to crack a game. Like it takes, and then they'll have a following of people who will pay them. So like they'll have a subscription on either whatever it is, right? And then they'll give
Patreon?
updates. Yeah, Patreon. They'll update their fan base on Telegram. And like give them updates on how the crack's going, how they're looking at the crack, how they're doing this, how they're doing that, and then they'll get free or they'll get their access first to the crack before it gets out. So they can test the crack for the hacker, yada yada yada. So it takes a while. I know from experience because I was doing a research.
Yes.
Research purposes.
Yeah, I should have said
For
so.
the podcast. But
Also,
yeah.
I was going to say about free games and these games charging these crazy subscriptions. Have you ever seen them win Game of the Year? No.
No.
What wins Game of the Years? Baldur's Gate 3. A complete game that I paid $60-$70 for and have endless amount of
200 hours of amazing
Elden
Right.
Ring.
Elden Ring.
You got your Sony
right.
titles.
What's the other one that I'm thinking of? Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, right? Like, there's a reason why these games are winning awards.
It's all included on the first day.
Is Xbox gonna win a Game of the Year this year?
No.
What do they have?
I'm
that
hoping
would win Game of the
Indiana
Year?
Jones wins Game of the Year.
Yeah, it's totally.
Yeah.
If Xbox can pull out a Game of the Year, their sub will be worth it. There you go.
But at the same time, we all love watching, at the end of the year we watch Jeff Keighley's, what is it called, the Game Awards and all that stuff.
Game Awards.
It doesn't really matter. Like for
That's
companies
correct.
who are just like, okay,
Just
that's great. But like
fanboys.
we're over here, like, what's it called? Fortnite's making billions of dollars, like, and
It's not winning any awards.
It's not winning any awards. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if this game
Yeah,
makes
but
any
there's more
awards.
weight to it. That gets more users in. If people see that this was the game of the year, they're like, well, it must be a good game, so I have to give it. For example, Baldur's Gate 3, I'm not really into those type of games, but I'm like, after one game of the year, I'm like, I really should play this game, huh?
Oh.
I really,
Did you play it?
I want to play it.
I
Again.
want to.
I
I
wanna
want
play
to.
it
but I
again.
know what the
I'm gonna play it
Def-
again.
I'll
There's a
definitely play
commitment.
it. It's
I
so
know.
good.
I'm just
Not
saying,
'cause I
as a
don't want
company,
to.
though, it's like as a company, I don't think it matters as much, especially if you're making the amount of money that those big companies are, because they're just ranking it, like they're just racking in all that
Yeah.
money, man. It doesn't matter.
Yo,
But
is
would you
Baldur's
rather be
Gate
an
cross-platform?
No, I don't think
don't
so. I don't.
No,
Actually,
Like
we played
Xbox
it before.
and PC?
We played it before it came out for
Yeah.
the other consoles. I don't know actually. But I said it last episode, right? I said if you make a game, like a good game, people are going to buy that good game, right? I find like all these games that are like gouging people and stuff, they're not great games. They're like just getting you addicted to your casino brain, right? They're not good games. They're not good written, properly built games like Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring or all those big games. They're just games that get you hooked and you just put your credit card down and you fucking put it to your veins, right? It's not a good
triggering
game.
it's triggering a different chemical.
Yeah.
Or-
And it's harder.
Yeah.
It's harder to trigger the chemical from a good built, properly made game, and it takes a lot more effort and talent to make those games versus these fucking ones that just put casino in your brain and hook you up and just keep you on the
nipple, the teat.
teat, right? Like it's
on
not
that.
like
they keep you on that long prosthetic cock.
like the first Descendant game. It just feels soulless. Like it's a soulless game where you run around and shoot a bunch of things. It's like those guys. I don't want to say they made it in like a week, but it feels like they didn't spend much time on it. It's like it looks like it's all the assets are like default asset out of Unreal Engine 5. They put together a game and they're just hooking people up for the casino. That's what it felt like when I was playing the game. So I was like, I'd rather
Which
play
game
a game.
was this? Which game is this you're talking about?
The first Descendant, that free to play
Okay.
one that came out on PC and PS5.
a little off topic here, but have you guys heard about Once Human?
I was downloading that today. It was 50% done. I was like, why am I downloading this?
It looks kind of cool though.
It's another
What?
one of those crafting, free to play crafting survival games, And I was like 50% through it. I was like,
What am I doing?
yeah, I was like,
You're not
"Wow,
gonna play it, and
I'm
like
not gonna play it.
you're not gonna play it
Like a
in,
base
2
builder?
more-
Is
in
it a
a-
base builder?
Well, you can, yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
can't play
open
those
world
base
survival
builder.
game set in a strange
survival
post-apocalyptic
games, man.
future game.
Yeah, man.
It's
Free
a
to play.
multiplayer open world survival set in a strange post-apocalyptic
Is it
future.
PvP
Wow, that sounds
though?
so.
Like, can you kill people
No,
like in DayZ? and
maybe,
shit?
maybe. I don't know.
Because
Yet.
like they should come out with more games like that, like DayZ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
well,
then you
that's your
actually,
looter shooters,
but you have like a competitive.
or not looters. Your extraction shooters where it's like PvPvE.
I guess extraction shooters are kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this looks so generic.
But Daisy is
Holy
kind of
shit.
like
That's what I
Daisy
mean.
is like it's a living thing. Like there's no extraction. You just go.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Daisy was
So,
crazy. But
yeah, Daisy is fucking
with
nuts.
all these Unreal Engine 5 games, I think it's because Unreal Engine 5 is so well put together and it looks great and you could get a game kicking with these Unreal
it's easy
Engine.
to use for the
It's easy to use. Get those free-to-play games out and hook as many people as you can to the casino and hope
Yeah,
for the
but
best.
we're also
right?
going to see a lot of shit because they
Oh,
just
yeah.
want to. They're just
Yeah.
going to put out shit to.
That's what I mean, yeah.
But that's why I was saying maybe one of them will be like catch lightning in a bottle. And
Again,
take it
I
off and be good.
keep saying this game, but Power World, for some fucking reason, it blew up for a little bit.
Yeah.
But that game ran like dog shit. Like it wasn't
Yeah,
that.
it was-
you know
it
what I
was
mean?
horrible.
But it's still people were playing that game, and people are still
It's
playing
a
that
flavor
game.
of the
So
week. It's a flavor of the week.
But
I
there's
think
still
it's
people
still pretty
playing that
high.
game.
I think it's
It's
still
still
pretty
pretty
high.
Yeah,
in
it's still on the
flavor
the
is
on
still
top
pretty
10.
high.
I think
The-
it's still
still
top
top
10
five.
in
Top
Yeah,
five on-
it's
on
still
Steam.
top 10. Sony actually, I think Sony Music is doing some type of deal with Power World. Don't ask
Oh.
why. I think they're doing merchandise or something. So
It's coming to PlayStation soon, I think I heard.
Yeah, it's coming.
So
to
that'll
PlayStation
rise
soon.
it up a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
again,
guy's
it's
just-
just another title that's just like, it just throw something until it sticks.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Till it sticks. Lightning in a bottle. Exactly. But yeah, I think. Are we done? I think
We're going to have
done.
to be because we're running out of time.
All right. So we have to ask the audience, what do you think? Are you going to cancel your subscriptions? Are you a Netflix subscriber, Paramount Plus,
Holy
Amazon
shit.
Prime? Imagine you have all these subscriptions. Like, what are you
I couldn't-
paying a month?
$200 a month on subscriptions. Imagine,
Are you
like,
canceling any of
listen,
these?
this is a message for the person who is listening to this that you do have all of those subscriptions. Like, bro,
Don't do it.
just pick the one that you love the most and
If
save
you're not
yourself
using
some
them,
money,
dude. Yeah.
please.
Although if someone's listening and they have all them subscriptions, they're probably buying the $200 Apex skins
Yeah.
too. So.
Yeah.
they're the
what I mean?
whales.
So, are we going to allow our corporate overlords to keep doing this? Or are we going to take a stand and say enough is enough and cancel some subscriptions? That's
I
it
am.
for this week's episode. Thanks, everyone, for taking the time to listen or watch. Thank you, Rob and Kel, for coming on. Gaming Duo. Look them up on Spotify, YouTube. They're there. They're on hiatus, but they're coming back.
We're coming back.
Content
We're coming
coming
back.
soon. Content coming soon. We promise. It'll be here.
All right. Please be sure to like and subscribe us on YouTube and give us a rating or review on Spotify or Apple if you could. Helps get us up there to new listeners. And you can send us a DM or a message on whatever platform you want to talk shit to us or ask us any questions. Thanks again, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
Peace.
See you guys.